So starting the test drive in this Charger Daytona here, again, track pack, stage 2. It's I have it in track mode now. It's just funny how much these speakers are working, but I really do like it. And when they first kind of tested this out, everybody was like, man, this is goofy, this is stupid or whatever. But actually being behind the wheel here, they did a great job with actually developing the sound, coming up with a nice sound that kind of goes with an electric Charger. And I really think they knocked it out of the park, in my personal opinion. But where this thing really shines is the performance is crazy, and the overall feel you get because of this fake exhaust noise. It's so much fun to drive. And I said this in the walk around portion of the review, but I was kind of getting scared because I'm in a blacked out Charger Daytona. And again, this is one of the few out here now. They really haven't been getting sold as much. Obviously EVs are so expensive compared to gas powered ones, and there's just a kind of stigma around EVs in general here in America specifically, but especially here in the South. But it's really just, I really want to buy this car, and I haven't even like pushed it, but the overall looks are incredible. It's probably the best Charger interior, going back to the older vehicles, even like the old vehicles, like the 60s versions. I just love how they did this interior. The gauges are fantastic. The screens were so perfectly put. And I just love this traditional shifter here. We don't have a column shifter or rotary knob like in most EVs. We have a typical, what feels like a real shifter for this transmission. And then even the placement of the paddle shifters, it might only control the regenerative braking, but it just feels so sporty. You just want to slap them. But it's just, they did such a good job with this car. They really did. Design wise, at least. Now range could be better, but not really tripping on that either, because 241 miles, and I'm basically just going to be using this for fun and driving to and from work. So as long as your commute isn't more than 120, 130 miles, it shouldn't be a big issue, even when you're having a little bit of fun with it on the interstate. Now we're gonna give it a little pull after I kind of get on the interstate here. But what's crazy is the sport mode, the track mode, everything just takes the traction control off, which is wild. But yeah, I mean, this thing is freaking crazy. A really good idea. At first I wasn't sure about it, but it does make sense. Like the first EV you have out, you want it to be something fun, and that's really what this is. Gonna give it a pull here. Here we go. Yeah, it's very quick, very quick. Yeah, this is absolutely insane. And I wasn't even flooring it because the car is honestly scaring me, and that's track mode without the power shot and without traction control. I just don't want to, I don't know what this thing has in store, so it's a fun car. Let me just start off by saying that. If you kind of don't think that EVs can be fun, Dodge is challenging you to give them a try with this thing. It's honestly, it's not a Hellcat, but it's probably a step below. I even like this better than the Scat Packs, honestly. Now, if you tune one, that's one thing, but like here with this stock compared to a stock Scat Pack, I like the feeling of power there. Of course, you get that instant torque, that instant feel when you're accelerating, but it's just a fun EV. And with me being kind of an advocate for electric vehicles, this is one of those that if I was collecting cars and they were EVs and I didn't necessarily want to spend money on a Taycan Turbo S or something like this, I would go with this because the sticker price is what, $76,000, but also these have so many discounts on them just because they're hard to get rid of. You could save a ton of money with this anyway. You might be able to get one in the 50s, low 60s if you look hard enough. But I want to give a huge thanks to Franklin Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram for allowing me to review this Charger Daytona today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But again, just such a fun electric vehicle. It's, from a practical standpoint, I do think this would be a good daily driver because it is something that is fun, but also pretty easy to drive, that makes sense. So if you're driving on the interstate, the ride is great. Everything about this car is just fun, but then you're still able to use EV power. So you're not having to spend a ton of money on gas like you would on maybe a typical gas powered Charger, specifically a V8 or a supercharged V8 one. So the coolest thing about this car, I think, and honestly, if you're not into the fake exhaust sound, you'll hate it, but the fact that you can rev this thing from neutral is just crazy. It's really cool. Here, I'll show you. So I mean, that's something that's pretty interesting in my opinion. Now, all in all, I think this is just a great car for the EV enthusiast that wants a sports car, and that's probably the best way to put it. Again, super fun car, super fast car, and it's just, it really is an electric Charger. And Chrysler surprised me by doing, I guess Stellantis surprised me by doing such a great job with this car. And with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Dodge Charger Daytona.